Hey, how's it going? I saw that Next.js Emoji To-Do app online today, and I thought that would be an easy thing to do in Rails. So let's just walk through how you would do it, and I'll put the code up on GitHub later. So this is just a fresh Rails app, Rails new Emoji To-Do, CSS Tailwind. Now let's generate the scaffold for the To-Do. To-Do, let's just call the field To-Do. Scaffold will just make a bunch of things that we need and some we don't need, but that's okay for now. We'll delete the ones we don't need. And then let's just run the migration to create the database tables. Oops, Rails DB migrate. And then let's go to the model. It needs to be it needs to be an emoji. So let's say we validate the to-do field, the format with, let's do a P emoji plus and Z for the N, so we can match everything. And we say the message is must be an emoji. So that's all we need to make sure it's an emoji. Let's go to controllers, to-dos controller. There's a bunch of stuff we don't need here. This set to-do stuff. We're going to do everything in the index page. So even to create a new to-do is going to be in the index page. So let's add that here. Not going to add it. And since we don't need the update, we don't need destroy, we don't need set to do, and in the create path, since we're doing everything with index, we want to redirect to the to-dos URL with an S. And if we get an error, we want to render the index page. The JSON we could delete, but I'll just leave it there for now. And since we're directly going back to the index page, we might need the to-dos as well. That's all we need for the controllers and the model. So let's go to the hard part, which is CSS, to make it look beautiful. Views, index, let's go. I like to move this up here, the notification. We don't need the margin on here. I like to just make this a fixed block. I just like to make this a fixed thing. And that means we need to update the layout to make it relative. It's fine. And then all we need to do here is show the to-dos. So we don't need to do a link to the new to-dos. We're going to actually, let's just center this for my own feelings. 60 characters. And let's make this a flex column, space Y 12. And the to-dos. And let's just list the to-dos here. He had it as a limit as order. We want to order it by created at descending here. And let's limit it to 10 just for fun. And then we want the form to add a new to-do. We can copy and paste this. Oops, what happened there? Let's go to the form. And let's copy and paste this. Since we're doing this directly, we need to use the instance variable instead of the local variable. You could obviously keep these all separate. I just want to show it all in one page. Here, the only thing we need to do is make sure we don't mess this up. But we just want this on one row, so let's just do flex the input and the submit button. So let's just do flex row, item center, space, add a little space, X, 8, text field, and submit form. And let's put the errors underneath, because I'm that kind of guy. And then let's see here. This is a little bit too much stuff. We just need to show the errors. Let's change this from a lead to a div. And that's it, just to simplify things a little bit. And now we have the text field, the submit field, we have our to-do model, and we have our to-dos rendered. Let's update the to-do rendering a little bit just to make it a little bit simpler. We don't need to show or edit. We're showing it right now. This is the to-do. Don't need any of that. Let's just make this like the padding 4, and let's make the background gray since they had it like that. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's check it out in real life. Did I already run the migration? Maybe, but let's check anyway. I did, and let's now run the development server and see what errors we have here, because I'm sure I messed something up. Oh, it's working, except it's not centered, which is something that annoys me. So I think that's this margin here. And let's create it, dog. Oh, it should be a to-do, must be an emoji. To-do must be an emoji, that's great. This jumped around for some reason, I don't know why. As I said, the CSS is always the hardest part. And also remembering what the emoji keyboard shortcut is on Mac. So let's see if it works for our actual emojis. Oh, it does. It's not beautiful quite yet. So let's show these. This needs to be flex column space Y12. And obviously you could have stopped here, but let's just try to like make this a little bit more beautiful. That was the wrong thing. Flex column space Y8, maybe, why not? Okay, now we can see that they're separated a little bit, and then we want this form to be separated, so that should be here. To-dos form, get rid of this contents. I'm not exactly 100% sure what the meaning of that is. And so let's see here. Now we're cooking. So we can do this, and everything's successful. And if we try to do something that's not an emoji, it does that. We could fix this with some CSS, but that's not really that important. Anyway, that's all it takes to run that in Rails. Thanks.